Okay, ready, and 3, 2, 1. Alright, we are in the final game. My voice is hoarse from the last game.
Oh god. Okay, I'm mentally ready for this one.
Yeah.
I've got a jumper on now, everything's looking good.
Last one was super intense.
Yep, so it is now 1-1 here between City and UEA, which I'm still struggling to say. And after UEA level up the series in that rather impressive game too, with some fairly impressive comebacks. Sephiroth did attempt to throw it by diving base, but it was unthrowable. And City do actually ban out Spectre, which we can only assume is a response to that.
Yeah, super respect ban. Void ban as well.
So this means that it's the Lone Droid who has been let through this time, and we'll see if either team feels comfortable picking up Lone Droid. Certainly not all teams do, and I guess if neither of them pick him up, we'll realise that they've been wasting their bans on him all this time.
Yeah.
So once again we see the supports getting picked up first, and Venge has been overlooked. City have rushed in for a Disruptor, whereas East Anglia did first pick the Witch Doctor. We'll see if they're thinking about Avenge, or if we're going to see if we are going to see that Lone Droid. I guess that's the main question right now. Can anyone play Lone Droid? And is Jeff going to play TA once again? I guess that's the other question.
Yeah, I feel like...
Oh wait, no, sorry, TA has been banned.
Oh, yeah,
so that means who else has been let through?
Death Prophet.
Death Prophets, yep, there we go. But no, both Death Prophet and Lone Droid been overlooked in favour of Tidehunter and Sand King.
I'd be surprised if one of these teams doesn't pick up Death Prophet here, I'll say that much, but Lone Droid has kind of always been a hero where you need someone that can play him. But since the change from Synergy, I think the old spell was called, to Savage Roar.
Yep.
It's obviously, I think, a big improvement to the hero. It's made him a better hero, and it's just made him a...
10 seconds remaining.
So it's made him a stronger hero, and it's made him a better hero, a better designed hero.
5 seconds
even
remaining.
Even though the fear mechanic is weird in Dota, I think it works out well, and it just adds a level of actually needing to press some buttons to the hero that he didn't really have before.
Yeah. That is true, actually. But it does seem a little strong right now, though, potentially.
It is too strong, yeah.
Maybe it needs a slight nerf.
Yeah, he has received a small nerf, I think, to the cooldown duration of Savage Roar. But that right then wasn't enough.
Another Medusa ban from East Anglia. They must really hate Medusa.
I don't know what the big deal about Medusa is right now, but...
Maybe they've looked up someone's game history and they've played like 1,000 Medusa games or something.
Maybe. I mean, back when I used to play in Captain's Mode like 2 years ago or something, even Death Prophet was reasonably strong. Back then it was like, I think 6.82 or 8.3 where Death Prophet had a really strong ult. We used to just ban Death Prophet every single game anyway, because we just couldn't play against it. Every time we just messed up. So maybe it's just a situation where they don't want to play Medusa, because every time they play against Medusa, they mess up, they look at her.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that, I don't know.
10 seconds
Omni Knight
remaining.
ban again. So the second ban phase has been pretty much the same for all these games, but this first pick phase has been very different in all of them. This time there's a Sand King there, which has been completely ignored in all the other games, and this time they've decided they want to pick it up first phase.
Yep, so I guess it's the Death Prophet Lone Droid we're looking out for mostly now. I think both of them easily fit into either lineup, so we'll see what happens there. And I don't think we're going to see another Lina, that's for sure. We'll see if Sephiroth is going to go back into the mid lane, or they're going to let Diablo attempt that again. I do not expect a Lina, that is for sure.
No.
And will also be interesting to see if Jeff can play heroes that aren't TA.
Radiant team ban.
I mean, TA isn't a massively easy hero to play. We have seen him get a little bit too confident a few times, but overall he's played like a person that can play Dota, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
So I imagine you'll be comfortable on some of the heroes. The Viper ban is
5 seconds remaining.
I think nice. I think Viper is just never a hero that you want to be playing against if you want
Reserve
even a
time.
vague pipe dream chance of winning a lane.
Yeah, it's also a nice 1v1 matchup with Tidehunter.
Yeah.
Radiant team pick.
We'll see what calls City are going to be looking at this time round. The Invoker is another hero that's still in the pool.
Oh yeah, Invoker, which was in the first game and lost, right?
Yeah, Sephiroth played it. He played it alright, I think.
Yeah, he played the Exotic Invoker, right?
Yeah, and they were trying to match them up with the Void. We didn't see any insane combos, but they were quite far behind in that game, so
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't too telling.
5 seconds remaining.
Clockwork pickup for City, which is something we also haven't seen so far. Quite an interesting pick. It is very good against Witch Doctor in terms of cancelling out those ultimates, and the Witch Doctor ults have been doing a lot of work in the series so far, so maybe that's what they're thinking there. Also pretty nice for cancelling out the Tide Blinks with the rocket spam.
Yep, super hype. I love watching Clockwork. I love playing Clockwork. Clockwork rocks.
Yeah, he looks cool as well.
Mm.
Let's hope he lives up to your expectations, and they do. They have picked another Lina, in fact. We'll see if it's going to be Diablo playing that again. I mean, it ended up working out right once he eventually got some items, but
I mean,
it was a slow start, we can say,
10
perhaps.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, Lina had a hard time. I think
Radiant team pick.
I think there were a few key ults and stuns, particularly onto the Slark. And I think that's what the Lina was especially good for in that game, bursting down the Slark, and it did happen a couple of times.
Yep.
I think probably Sephiroth will probably be playing it this game.
Yeah, I think that's definitely quite possible.
And maybe put the other core player, Diablo,
10 seconds
back into
remaining.
a safe lane.
over onto some kind of
5
straightforward
remaining.
get farm, smack people role.
For Sven.
Reserve time.
Yep, Sven, Wraith King, something like that. Blinks.
Wraith King, well that's harsh. When you suggest someone plays Wraith King, that's when you've really lost faith in them.
Hey, I'm not saying anything.
Okay, it sounds like you might be alluding to it.
Not one bit. Wraith King is a good hero.
Okay, sure. Queen of Pain picked up for City, and a very quick PL pick on the reverse for UEA. Queen is actually, in the early game at least, fairly reasonable against PL in terms of cleaning up the illusions. Interesting.
Yeah, I'd say Queen of Pain is pretty good against the PL overall. It's going to be hard to, the PL might use his doppelganger to dodge a Queen of Pain Q, but then you can hit him with your ult, and the ult just completely tears through the illusions. I don't know. Do illusions take extra damage from pure damage?
10 seconds remaining.
Is that a thing?
Do not know.
No, I don't know either. I know that different damage types work in different ways against different types of units. And I feel like maybe illusions take double or 1.5 damage from pure, but anyway, the ult...
That would have been such an impressive little segment if we'd known the answers.
10 seconds
remaining.
remaining.
The ult wrecks illusions anyway.
Yeah, the Ember ban is pretty nice, obviously, against PL. And we'll see what carry that City are going to be looking at here.
Hold on, cover my ass. I'm gonna Google this.
So, obviously the sort of big carries at the moment is the sort of Spectre. OD Juggernaut is left in as a possibility, and they do actually go for the previously mentioned Sven. Very strong against the PL illusions with that cleave, obviously. And yeah, a nice BKB carrier against Tidehunter and Lina as well, so I think a fairly solid pick there is the Sven for them. Not amazing combination with Clockwork, because you do have to work around the cogs, but we'll see how they manage to handle that. Now just waiting on the UEA pick, which I believe is probably going to be another support, unless this Lina is going to be a support. We'll see what they're thinking here. Dazzle might not be a bad shout, actually. your Venge has actually made it all the way to a last pick, which could be fairly nice against Clockwork as well.
Yeah, the Venge is quite nice.
5 seconds
They've
remaining.
actually gone for an Ogre as their final pick. That is
Reserve time.
fairly interesting. Some nice lockdown, I guess. Not something I would have rushed into, but there we go. We have the, once again, James Sugar disconnects at the start of every game, it would appear. And we will wait for him to come back. Shouldn't be too long, I believe.
Once that pause is over, we can sync after that.
Yeah, good plan. Any gossip on the pure damage versus illusion front? Sounds like a
no, I can't really find anything.
He has reconnected, so we can attempt potentially, if they do unpause, to match up the old replay files. Okay, here we go. So it is 1-1 here in City versus UEA, and we're back underway. I will pause at 1:15. Any luck?
3, 2, 1.
Okay, and we're back underway. This is game 3 of City versus UEA, and yeah, the winner will be securing themselves a spot in the round of 16. The loser will sadly be going home. And yeah, looking forward to game 3 here after a rather exciting game 2. We'll see if it can live up to the hype.
So I will go through UEA this time, I guess. So we have Bob de Barmeister on Witch Doctor, James Sugar on the Ogre, Sephiroth on the PL, Tas Diablo
30 seconds
on Lena, and Stifler's Mum on Tidehunter.
Meanwhile, for City, we are looking at My Name is Jeff on the Queen of Pain, War Metallic on Sven, and Bin Bin on Sanking. Then, next to the top rune, we've got the Summoner on Disruptor, and Clockwork played by Sarah Hussein. Are we going to be looking at potential dual lanes again here?
It looks like...
The battle begins.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, Queen of Pain
Worthy first blood.
manages to catch the...
Oh no! Diablo once again playing Lena and has managed to die on 0 seconds. No one's buying him a TP either, so he's going to have to run all the way back to mid lane, and that's going to give My Name is Jeff a pretty solid advantage in this lane. Probably going to get well into level 2 before Lena's even arrived.
Sephiroth again, stealing the bounty top, not deciding to guard that. The Lena death wasn't so bad there. I don't think he did get caught by the Shadow Strike, and that's just something that happens, you know. But like you said, now Co-op at a pretty big advantage. Lena was forced to take the Light Strike away. Ray first as well.
Yep, so slightly more difficult to farm. And not the dream start for Diablo again, but I guess has proved he's capable of playing from behind on Lena. We'll see if he is going to be able to do that again.
Yep, top lane. Last game it was a Spectre, more of a comeback hero than the PL. The PL more kind of thrives by getting ahead early, I'd say, at this point. Not really the old PL of the illusions that last 30 seconds and take lanes of racks on their own.
Yep, we'll see what build he's going to go. Probably the Yasha build is pretty much the standard, is it not?
I'm not really sure. I don't see that much PL at the moment. I think Drum Diffusal is fine. I think Yasha Diffusal is okay. Yep. Actually, yeah, probably maybe Drum Yasha Diffusal. I think getting all of those is okay. Turn that into a Manta. Get maybe a Scardy after that. I think any of that stuff's fine.
He is going to be... It's a pretty tough PL game against the Sven and the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to be interesting to see how he copes with that. Maybe he will even put a bit less emphasis on the illusions and just try and tank himself up.
Yeah, the stats tanking him up is good, and obviously all the strength as well tanks up the illusions too. So a lot of harass going out into the mid and bot lane heroes for UEA. Tidehunter push back. Lina push back.
It'll be interesting to see what build Sven's going to go for as well. May think about putting slightly more levels into Cleave than he might normally, just to deal with this PO.
Yeah, I saw someone playing Sven in a game yesterday, I want to say. Maybe it was a Vici Gaming burning Sven, where he only put the 1 point into the stun and maxed out the Cleave and the Warcry.
That is quite interesting actually. I guess the duration doesn't scale at all, so
yeah,
it's not ridiculous, but yeah. Burning does enjoy. Did he build Battle Fury as well? Because I think I might have seen that before from Burning.
No, I don't think so.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I have no idea. It was a normal Sven build. I think it was like Helm, SMY,
BKB, Blink probably, and
yeah.
some mix-up.
Well,
War Metallic has not matched that. He's already put 2 into stun, but he's farming away nicely.
Tidehunter doing better than the Clockwork. He's still only.
Speaking of Tidehunter,
level 3. Oh yeah, he will be taken down now. Sven's done the kinetic field, was nicely placed to keep him just not too far under his own tower. And now Clockwork is actually about to find the kill into the Witch Doctor. Is he though?
oh,
Very, very close.
PL just about manages to save him with that lance there.
Clockwork hits 3 and then uses the battery assault immediately on into the Witch Doctor and almost gets a kill. It's going to take a long time for this Witch Doctor to heal back up. In that time, Clockwork.
Yeah, I think he should have maybe considered going to base rather than trying to pot up here.
Yeah, maybe.
Clock has got the block on the pull as well, so it's not like he's going to be able to do anything massively useful.
Is under attack.
So Clock, this lane potentially turning around for him now. Mid lane, Ogre's moved in, but Ogre's level 1 with no items. I don't know what he's planning on doing here. Maybe just intimidating the Queen of Pain, but I don't think she's going to be scared. She's 2 levels above the Lina right now.
Denied.
So this lane pretty much going
missing bottom
as it did last time. Queen of Pain doubling up the Lina. On
yeah, and the denies again are just so nice.
Denies. No, 15 denies and the kill, just putting Queen of Pain way ahead, like over 1,200 ahead, I think, on XP. Now stun onto the Tidehunter. Sand King not feeling the need to get involved. Just happy to stand at the side with the Sandstorm in. The Tidehunter is probably going to get away from this. He's got another Echo Smash to reduce the damage. Throws it onto
2 levels in Kraken Shell doing work.
Yep. I think putting an extra point in there this early was nice.
Yep, and he had a pretty strong game last time round, so hopefully we can look forward to some more plays from him. He went for, I think he went for Arcane's Blink then Mech last time. We'll see if he is going to do the same. They may be in a position where they need the Mech earlier.
I don't feel like the Mech really did anything last game, but
I think this time round there's just so much AoE that they're really going to need it.
Yeah, it's good for oh, now Lina.
Oh.
Rest in bits.
Not a bad Light Strike array.
Top tower
I
is
think
under
she's going to
attack.
die to the Shadow Strike anyway. Oh, she's got the bottle charges. Okay, she's fine.
Does live, but is going to have to run back to base.
I'm surprised that
it's
Queen
putting her even further
didn't
behind.
choose to blink after that kill.
It's only level 1 blink, I think, so.
I don't think she used it the first time though, did she? To get
not entirely sure.
With the Shadow Strike, anyway. Whatever. Clockwork.
oh, look at it go.
He's being smacked a little bit. The level 1 stun. I think there probably will be enough yet if the Phantom Lancer illusion
Dire's
gets the
middle
last hit.
tower is under attack.
The Clockwork, so he goes down there. The Ignite picked up by the Ogre. I'm hoping that he takes a point into the Bloodlust together. I really like the early point in Bloodlust, maybe at level 3 or 4, or 2 or 4.
Yep.
Not done it just yet. Tidehunter bot hit level 6, so he's doing Really damn nicely, despite the 1 death and only 10 CS, has managed to find loads and loads of XP, way more than Block. So, what
the Dire wards are a lot nicer than the Radiants. The Radiant have just got that 1 in mid.
Yeah,
the Dire have really good vision for rotations. Clockwork in treble top now. Really nice cogs though, which I think is going to save him. Oh! It's only a level 1 rocket, so...
yeah, what UEA are losing mid, they're making up for bot. Queen decides to blink forwards there. I think Lena could have killed the Queen and she's realising it now, tries to get a life strike. That would have almost certainly been a kill onto the Queen of Pain there because she didn't have she used the blink forwards and it's only level 2.
Potentially a fight over the rune now.
Now the Queen of Pain's got an arcane rune. Oh, there's a haste up on the Lena. Go kill this guy. Go, I believe. You can do this.
I don't think Lena believes.
Not using the haste rune.
Just sort of posing.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
PL is it would appear going for that the drum build.
Yep, getting those stats, tanking up himself, making the illusions do a little bit more.
It's just so scary against this Sven.
Tide, that was weird. He was getting killed, and I feel like he could have maybe put himself in the trees, or just walked straight towards his base, and he decided to do a weird little loop around the tower, which ended up getting him killed by a last disruptor right click. Queen Pain now, level 8. No sign of what the next item's going to be yet. How's the GG Nostalgia, the one that treads? Pretty much sets up to go.
We'll see if she's going to go for Orchid's fairly strong, I think, actually.
This is a good Orchid game against the Ravage, against the Lena and the PL. If she can get that on the PL, that's pretty much a guaranteed kill.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a while before PL has a mantle, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Tide is just strolled into mid for a gush.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him early Manta on the PL, maybe go straight for it after the drums are finished, but it will mean that his damage in the fights is reduced by quite a bit by not having the diffusal.
Yep, we've seen that Witch Doctor has been putting out a lot of damage in these past few games, so maybe he will deal with the damage there for now. Bit of a dive going on to
he just uses his hook onto an illusion. Sanking has moved up here, he hasn't leveled up his ult, but the Queen of Pain ult was really nice. Disruptor finds himself on a killing spree by taking out the Ogre Magi during that. PL does get the clockwork and he's trying to get out. Sven is here. Where's the doppelganger? It's not there for another 11 seconds. He's only level 7, so he will be dying from this. Sven moves up the hill, gets that one last swing of the soul edge.
So a lot of rotations coming out. Sven was forced to TP top. So was Queen and Disruptor, but they did kill. They killed the entire tri-lane, right?
Yeah, they killed everyone up there. In theory, should have been some room for the Lena and the Tide, but Tide is still kind of scared about the rotations coming back towards him, and Lena hasn't really achieved anything.
Nope, we've seen that before. What does she have to beat? She's got to beat the 30-minute Yules, was it? Did we say? I think it was 30 minutes. Tide has now TP top, doesn't have a blink, so not sure exactly how they're going to get this clockwork kill actually, especially seeing as Cogs is back off cooldown. And I think if anything he's just wasting a lot of time here.
I mean, I imagine he doesn't feel like he can actually achieve anything, but he's going to move up here to try and help the push. They're going to take this tower, maybe Tide moves into the jungle after this. Yeah, that's the last bit.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Feeling like they can put a decent amount of pressure on here. There's no Queen of Pain ult right now, but she has a regen in a bottle, so...
Sven has picked up a Mask of Madness in the bottom lane. That is... very bold.
That's YOLO!
Yeah. No, definitely not a bad item, but Dominator also an option. Definitely demonstrating that he's going to be going all in.
I mean, the statement here is that he's not scared of Lena.
Yeah. And maybe after the last game, that's a valid viewpoint to have.
Yeah, there's not really much burst damage coming from anywhere else. The Ogre is not really something that's going to be scared of. I hear a glimpse onto someone. It's just onto the Tide Hunter.
Yeah, Tide TP'd bottom and has been sent straight back to the top room.
Okay. So yeah, that second tower probably not long for this world.
They are rotating. Oh, it might be Queen in a little bit of trouble. Do have a Ravage available. I think it's worth using.
It's definitely worth. Nice. 3/2/2 gold given over to the Lina.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
So that's a nice pick off. I think if they wanted to, if they could find the kill on the map, it'd probably be on the Queen of Pain right now.
Now a big rotation bottom from UEA. See if they want to push this. I don't think they will after they've just used Ravage, but we will see.
Oh, tier 1 probably not going to be under threat here. Lina though, needs to be very, very careful. Where's the Queen of Pain? Coming up in 1 second. I wouldn't be surprised to see her TP down here to try and find the Lina, but she's going to back off wisely. She's actually about halfway to the Yules, closing in on it. Doing better than before for sure. Gonna TP towards the middle lane. Try and put some pressure on the tier 1 here. It would be nice for UEA to find some more towers. Find some towers that they weren't finding before. Lina could get this Invis rune up here. I think Witch Doctor just saw it, but they don't have any. Oh, the ward. Does that catch it? Yeah, the ward just about catches it as well. I take it back. That's so weird. There's a. I can't tell.
Disruptor has just put down a ward bottom directly underneath the Dire Sentry, so sad times for him.
Lina, go get this Invis. It can get
yeah, with the Invis, there's the possibility of solo killing. Maybe not the Queen. I think Queen's got a bit too much HP at this point.
And
but
Queen of Pain can actually blink in and get this for herself now, so double room for the Queen of Pain. Picks it up, and now an Invis and a DD. What are you going to do? Has anyone got protection? Oh,
do have a sentry ward.
Throw out the ult! Oh! Wasn't quite enough. Will the Maledict do enough damage? Blockwork is here, trying to keep him away, Maledict.
It is a level 2 Maledict actually, but the bottle charges... Bottle charges were enough.
That was very close. Witch Doctor is actually miskilled. He didn't take his ult at level 6. Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh wow, that would have probably been the difference maker there actually.
Yeah, for sure.
Eek.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. How much damage per second is that? 60. Probably going to be 150, 180 damage, I guess.
Look at it go.
The duration of that stun. Would
Yep.
have been very, very close. I think it would have been enough. If he got the level 1 Maledict off as well. PL, farming away, going for the Diffusal. Drum Diffusal. Not the fastest farming build. Without the Yasha.
It's pretty strong against the Queen though, I guess.
But yeah, the extra stats. And then the mana drain afterwards. Pretty nice. And
it's also actually fairly good against Sven, who has a very small mana pool.
Yeah, that's true.
If you can jump on him quick enough, he may not be able to cast God Strength. Also, considering he has gone the Mask of Madness build,
yeah,
he will not be able to use that as well.
I imagine he'll be picking up the Blink Dagger in 5 gold's time. So it'll be another few minutes, 4 or 5 minutes at least, until he can find his way to a BKB. That's if they don't gank him until then. At that point, the Sven will be coming online. He'll have level 11, he'll have a lot of attack speed, he'll have maneuverability, and he'll have his BKB. UEA need to find something with something, I don't know, with a Witch Doctor or with a Ravage. Just need to find it.
Yep, they do have all their big skills up now. We'll see, potentially looking at a 5v5 mid here. Ooh, the ultimate from Clockwork does miss everyone.
Queen of Pain deciding to go for the Ags. I'm not usually one to criticise the Ags Queen of Pain. I pretty much build it every game that I play. But this game, there's a few. I mean, there's just the odd hero where you definitely want to get the OP down. Mid lane, Lina is going to be going down very, very fast. Static Storm on top of Witch Doctor cancels it straight away, and Tide Hunter TPs into the middle of the Static Storm. He's going to be glimpsed away straight after his Ravage. He does manage to get a gush off. Will anyone actually be able to do anything here? Phantom Lancer goes down to the Sand King ult. This is almost a wipe.
Tide is coming back in actually. This is not the play.
He's going to go down at the end of this. Yes, he
Tide
certainly is. Queen of Pain. He needs to move forward. Drink after him. In case he got away. Oh boy.
That was definitely not the play there by Tide. Those TPs should have just, as soon as Lina went down, those TPs should have just been cancelled. I think.
Static Storm as well. TP into the Static Storm.
Yep. And that isn't the first time we've seen this, where they lose a hero and just keep going.
Yeah. What I was going to say, there are a few heroes that you want to get the Orchid against. Ember Spirit, PL, Anti-Mage, probably being the top 3. Storm Spirit as well, I guess. But
Yep.
no,
I guess, yeah, I think that definitely that it would have been better, but Aghanims against PL isn't that bad either, I guess.
At this rate, at the rate she's going, I think it's fine. It's only going to be 300 gold until she gets that house. The cooldown reduction on that ult is...
Maybe she's a little bit worried about the HP as well, with Lina being in a slightly better position than last game, and this might help her survive some of the combo. We do see a smoke now from Medaya, all 5 heroes. They don't have a Ravage to throw on top of this, but they do have the Witch Doctor ult.
Double damage!
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Potentially getting a nice initiation here onto Sanking and Disruptor, but they've made a right mess here actually. Wow.
Now something gets the spells get thrown at the bottom of the hole. It's just absolutely nothing being achieved. The kinetic field making everyone group up at the bottom. Sand King potentially in danger here. The life striker rate goes down, so I imagine the Sand King will be going down pretty quickly. The ultimate boost, the Sand King will be going down before he can get any spells off. Witch Doctor throws his ult up the hill, but he doesn't actually hit anyone at all. PL on the other side with the DD and the Diffusal manages to get 2 kills, one onto the Sven and one onto the Disruptor.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Queen of Pain has managed to get out, but they are the Clockwork's. Yeah, Clockwork's also going to get away. Was in a little bit of trouble, and what was a disastrous smoke has actually turned into 3 kills for University of East Anglia.
Yep.
No.
That was such a bizarre fight. Neither
I think it may have been a little bit of a case of City realised that the smoke had gone awfully wrong, but they themselves weren't in a great position to react and got a bit overexcited perhaps.
Yeah. Whoa, the Queen of Pain, holy sweet Jesus! Mary, Mother of God, help us all!
That did a lot of damage.
Down. Look at that Tide Hunter though, there with the Ravage right when he needs it. Is there a Static Storm? No, there isn't. Tide, die into the Sandstorm! Double kill just from the Sandstorm there, and Lina really going down in the end as well. God, that was so close. Tide Hunter must be so sad right now. That Ravage was incredible, but there was no way to hit the Sand King, and he just managed to whittle
the Lina ultimate
down.
did so much damage. The Aghanim's level 2 ultimate onto 5. I think it was all 5 heroes, right?
It was, yeah, that was all 5. That was... So what does that make it? 440 by 5.
2,200.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That is a lot of damage. They're very back and forth here.
Yep. Lack of detection to get that Sand King.
Yeah, Sand King, even just with the Sandstorm, was doing a lot of damage there, and a level 4 Sandstorm does do quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, I don't think he even got the epicenter off. I think he got the epicenter cancelled.
Yeah, I didn't notice it.
Tide Hunter as a Blink Dagger is going to be going for the mech next, so pretty much the same build as we said as we saw in the previous game there. Arcane's Blink Dagger mech. Not massively efficient. Struggled with mana last game, seeing as he went for the refresher, but we'll see. We'll see what it does.
From the tempest of battle.
I think they need it just for those Queen of Pain ults that they're going to have to deal with now.
Yeah.
They probably might want to think about a pipe as well for Sand King Disruptor.
Yeah, I like that actually. I think that maybe not better than the mech, I guess, but it's good.
They're probably going to need both. They've got a lot of AoE damage to worry about.
Yeah. Yeah, against the Sand King especially. Queen of Pain's ult, not so much because it's pure, but the Sand King.
The Glimmer Cape's probably going to be useful as well. I assume we're going to see. Yeah, Witch Doctor's already going for one.
On his way.
Not. Ogre might actually be thinking about the pipe here. He's brought up the headdress, unless he's going to become the Vlad's carrier.
Yeah, I'd like to see the pipe.
They already have a mech, so...
I think he should get the Arcanes first, just to make sure he's got enough mana sustain, but I like the pipe on the Ogre. Lena has beat her record of the last game. Yours before 20
Yep.
minutes this time.
Impressive. No, she's actually done fine this game. Did die early, but it hasn't affected her too much.
She's going to be going down. Olga will be able to throw out this one from the other side of the cycle. Uses the epicenter, only really hits the side of the wood, but that is going to be enough. The Queen of Pain ult doesn't actually even get to hit, but with a low cooldown.
Doesn't overly matter when it's 30 seconds. So.
Yeah.
40 seconds, sorry. Has that been... Is it always been 40? I thought it used to be 30.
It's 30 with Octarine.
Right. Okay.
Now
Sven goes in deep.
It's not even bothering to use the God Strength for this. Doesn't feel like he needs it and doesn't. Now flips back onto the Yoga. Be a little bit of miscommunication on who they were going to target there. Regardless, 2 more kills.
I guess they have complete vision on this PL bottom, and they know that without him there, they're probably pretty safe to do what they like, really.
Yeah.
Looks like top tower is now getting pinged out, though. They probably should think about that one before going too deep on these tier 2s.
PL I feel like has the problem of there is no particular point in the game where he has a big power surge which makes him strong compared to everyone else. With an anti-mage it's there. With an anti-mage it's the overload. It's going to be the pain. It only gets the overload too, I think. Regardless, it's going to be enough. The Lancer is here at the bottom of the hill. I imagine he gets out of this. He has the doppelganger now. He's taking a lot of damage.
Queen is going to be jumping straight after him.
Yeah, after him. I'm hearing some very, very weird noises. In the pain. Oh no! PL, will he get in? Yes, he will.
Does
so,
just about.
700 gold. Whoa! Lena comes in from the back lines, blows up the disruptor as well. So that's a nice extra kill to find.
Sorry, could you hear my cat? Was that what it was?
Middle tower is under
It sounded like maybe a robotic cat. I don't know.
A robotic cat?
Yeah.
I haven't got a robot cat, sadly, but just the standard type.
Aim. So that fight. Completely lost track of what.
If PL didn't manage to kill Queen, I think that would have been fairly disastrous. But
yeah.
They do get the kill on Queen, who is probably the scariest right now. I think they're going to have so much problem with this Sven though. Sven has now brought up the rest of the components for BKB, and I just don't see how they're gonna deal with him.
Yeah, PL as a hero. What I was saying, not like the Spectre getting the Radiance, not like the EM getting the Manta style, not like the Sven getting the BKB. I guess there's no one item that the PL can just pick up and suddenly is ridiculously strong.
And it's not like
else.
When BKB gets down to 5 seconds, he's suddenly so awful, because he can easily kill the whole team in 5 seconds if he gets a nice blink stun off.
Yeah. So PL struggling to find a way to to fit in, I'd say, this game to make things work.
Yeah, I'm assuming that is the Manta that he's just finishing up now. I really just don't. It's such a weird one because it doesn't really matter how much HP he gets, his illusions are still going to get wrecked.
Yeah.
So what does he do?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a hard PL game.
It's a very hard PL game.
The
fact that they picked it after the Queen, I don't know. I think right now if you want to pick PL it's going to be last pick, but here we go.
The BKB, the God Strength, the Cleave isn't actually going to be hitting anyone just yet. We've got the Davis challenge on. The Ravage doesn't even hit into the Sven, but the Sven is actually going to die to all the physical damage of the Witch Doctor ult, and now the Cap is not actually going to bounce, but is there any... Tell me there's detection. Is this going to be another mount of skills? Oh, it's used eventually by the end, but
oh my
Queen of Pain linked in. Ultra kill for the Queen of Pain. It took so long to use that dust.
Wow.
Sir, it's me, your dust.
Oh my god, don't tell me that was the same person again.
I don't know. I don't know if it was.
Who was it last time? It was James Sugar, right? It was him. Oh god.
Game started.
Yep, it really is. And well, I think Queen was low, ran off, got the rune, then came back into that fight.
Oh really? Yeah, maybe. He certainly ran off, regened a little bit, and came back in with the scream blink scream afterwards. Now Queen of Pain has a BKB of her very own.
Yep, and that's worrying. Although, to be honest, they did manage to kill the Sven fairly fast. That is one thing that went well for East Anglia in that fight, but
yeah,
I think they just hung around for too long again.
Yeah, Sven.
We've seen it just so many times now.
Sven made a pretty big misplay in that fight by trying to kill the Tidehunter, who is the tankiest hero on the team right now, and his cleave not actually hitting anybody. If he'd have moved forwards a little bit and maybe attacked the Witch Doctor or managed to cleave the Witch Doctor or turned to another direction to try and kill someone else, he would have been able to do something to him, but that was the 10-second BKB and the God Strength which wasted, and now Limit is up onto the PL, but this is going to be a very dead blockwork. Stun goes uphill. Witch Doctor is channeling the ultimate side, but he's channeling it too early, and now it's going to be cancelled by the Sand King with the Burrow Strike. The Epicenter goes off as well. The Glimpse takes the ogre back into the waiting claws of the Queen of Pain.
Queen of Pain, who's had that blink, had the BKB for about a minute and a half now, and still just sat in base.
Well, to be fair, she hasn't needed it so far. Sven finds the PL, got a doppelganger to get down the hill.
What's he doing?
He needs it. I don't know.
What?
Making mistakes. Oh, he's on the hill! No, not like this! He uses the Manta, but they're all just going to get cleave through. He does get very close to the
What on earth was that?
He was so greedy. He was trying to get a juke and maybe hope that people would go down the hill before he went there and I guess go in a different direction.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That was bad.
Himself.
Yeah, really, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
That was maybe the equivalent of him diving base on Spectre last game.
Yep.
He was pretty much responsible for dragging UEA back into this, kicking and screaming, but
yeah.
There's really not room for that kind of mistake.
Yeah. I guess it's hard having a lot on your shoulders, but I don't know. I feel like
But he had a long time to think about that as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a panic, I'm going to go for a kill. It was like, okay, I think I've got time for a kill here. I can imagine his team was like, no, what are you doing? And he was like, no, it's fine, don't worry.
Tidehunter is, I feel, has still played very well this game, but his score is just miserable. 0 and 6. He did hit one of the Ravagers onto the BKB Sven and not much else, I think. But Tidehunter.
We're going to see another smoke here. So many smokes that East Anglia have been using. Lena left out of that one, so she'll be the she'll be looking suspicious.
Oh, and
they have walked into.
Doesn't actually have the blink, but look at the length of that burrow with the Aghanim's and the Aether Lens. And now
nice Tidehunter ulti.
I think forward there, and Sand King doesn't manage to channel his epicenter. The Clockwork is going to die on the inside of his own cogs. Queen of Pain has used the BKB. Ulti's already used, but now the cleave is really starting to do some damage. Don't walk into the cleave, guys. That is what makes for a lot of dead heroes. Oh boy, the Crystalist was there. And
why is he fighting? Oh, he does get the kill, actually.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, he does just about get it before he dies. Okay, I thought maybe he got it afterwards, and that wouldn't have quite been so good, but okay.
Sven is going to have Daedalus very soon.
It does end up actually being a 4 for 4 with PL getting 1400 gold out of that. That was close to being an incredible teamfight for the Dire, but the positioning with the Sven, allowing the Sven to just hammer through them with the God Strength and the BKB on, was a mistake.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Jeff now just innocently pushing away mid is going to get this tower for nothing, pretty much.
Just seen that Disruptor is max glimpse last. He only had 3 points in that and 4 other points in anything else.
That is bad.
I don't like, but it doesn't seem like it's had too much of an impact on this game.
Queen does have 4,000 gold. I think it's pretty much probably going to be a sheep for her.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Unless we see that AC, we do see the equational.
Yeah, or even the Octarine if she's feeling particularly greedy.
Guess we're about to find out, potentially.
Go on, Octarine, do it. Okay, it's going to be the sheep.
Yeah, I was going to say that could still be an Octarine, but why would you ever buy that before the soul booster? Well, she has so much mana that the regen rune is almost timed out before she's back up to full.
HP and 66 mana per second. I always thought regen room was a percentage, but it's not, it's a flat amount. Today I learned.
So, City have a fairly reasonable lead. I think it seems as though East Anglia are happy just to run into Sven, which seems to be a part of the potential problem. We do see a City's turn to smoke now. There is a
Lena, rest in peace. She's not getting out of this one. She's got to use a cooldown. Do something. Do anything. Nope.
Yules would have bought some time for her team to arrive, and Tide does have ults, so...
I mean, just wasting the time would have helped. I don't think she could have survived, and I don't think her team could have done anything, but... Come on. Sand King hit level 16 now. He's so farmed. I know he was in the jungle for a while at the start of the game there, but this is a really rich Sand King. I haven't looked at Hero's net worth all this game.
That is going to be scary.
He is 10,000 gold. He's above the Tide. He's above the Lena.
Queen very close to Sheepstick now. Sven very close to Daedalus. That is, it's just going to be so scary. I just don't think there's like to get on a similar level. PL just needs so much.
And now, Ogre gets caught. The top works down in the picks. That's bouncing between the Cougar Pain and the Sven right now. Yes, there is. There's a lot of damage. Sven is coming in now with the God's Strength. The epicenter went off with 5 damage, and now Pre-lim cleans up the Witch Doctor with the ult, and now the Sven once more takes out the PL. There's no way he can get out of this one. Lena in base. Nothing she can do about this. There are buybacks on 3 heroes right now, but there's no Ravage and there's no Death Lord.
Yep. I think City probably going to force buybacks. Oh wow.
About to be a dead.
They have gold for so many big items. They've got the sheep gold. They've got the Daedalus gold. But they don't even care about being safe at this point, I guess. So far ahead.
Can't get there in time because Ezreal keeps everyone away. Knight doesn't really land on anyone, I don't think.
Radiant's middle tower
they get the gush, but
is he going to be able to blink TP away? Yep.
No way to stop the TP. They are. I hadn't really thought about it before, but they are kind of lacking control. The Ogre with the whatever it's called, the Fire Blast, not that big. The Lena is just struggling to do anything at all in these fights, and the Ravage is obviously such a long cooldown on the Witch Shot to stun.
And Ogre has a didn't end up going for the Vlads rather than a pipe. Not bad for the PL, but it's tough for him to stay running around in melee range, really.
Yeah. What do you think of the Witch Doctor skill build?
I'm alright with it. It's Maldict can be a weird one, but if you're going to pick up Maldict, then I mean he's got the Lena to combo up with it nicely. It's alright. I'm not a big fan of Voodoo Restoration, but the standard build is maxing Voodoo and warding Maldict, right? Yeah. I don't know. I don't play a lot of Witch Doctor, so I'm not going to claim to be an expert. But I guess if you are going to max Maldict, at least have a few big nukes.
I usually don't like it, but it's done quite a lot this game.
And Lena is close to the Aghanims, which is going to be very nice against this Sven BKB, if she can survive long enough against this now Daedalus Blink.
How much damage will that be doing? Not really making much difference. 1800 health for Sven and 2200 of the Queen of Pain. He now has the Scythe as well. Sven has got a Blink Dagger in just a second. Oh, it blinks forward to communication. All kinds are wrong. PL is now at the bottom of the hill and he's decided, let's just walk up this hill, fight these guys. Not gonna work. Gets taken out. Doesn't have a buyback. Now does the Tide Hunter.
This is going to be probably a rack, so the lanes are fairly pushed.
What the hell are the Dire Creeps doing all the way down there? So they actually can't take a lane of rats because of that.
Maybe they'll settle for Roche?
Yeah, they're going to head in there now. 70 seconds, no PL.
That exact. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Finished on the Sven.
Yeah, and a lot more gold on top of it as well.
Okay, so
Could, if he's really greedy, he might just go for a moonshot here, but he sees probably more legit. Yeah, so would I. It's funny.
Oh boy, look at how fast these heroes are.
Oh wow. This is probably 2 lanes of Rex.
This is the end of the game. Tidehunter's up, he has Blink and he has Ravage, but there's absolutely nobody here to back him up. Nobody can buy back. Bot lane has been taken down by the Queen of Pain, who has a PD.
Are under attack. Dire's middle barracks is falling.
So yeah, I expect to see the GG called anytime.
So do I. I'm surprised it hasn't already been, but maybe they think they can do something with Tide Ultimate and Witch Doctor Ultimate. I somehow doubt it, but I'm always ready to be happily surprised. Tide posing in the background, but this is Mega Creeps, and there is the GG.
Yeah. So overall, in terms of plays, I think City were the leaders, were ahead. I think it's fair to say. The second game, UEA made some.
I don't think City even played that badly in the second game. They just,
they didn't.
I think it's just like you said, they kept fighting, and then they never got enough farm to deal with that Radiance.
They got super out carried.
Yeah, so I think a fairly solid performance by City. We'll see how they can do against some of the other teams.
Do we know who they're facing up against next? Or is that gonna be decided in tomorrow's games?
I believe. Bear with me. Why not discuss tomorrow's games while I quickly get this up?
Okay, so tomorrow on the GameBritannia stream, which you should all follow, there are going to be 2 series broadcasts at 4 PM. I'm going to be casting Surrey versus Edinburgh. At 7:30, Eric and Gand, I presume, are going to be casting Birmingham versus Greenwich.
Yep.
Also tomorrow, over on my channel, twitch.tv/maxisonfire, I'm going to be casting, I think, Durham versus Cambridge at 8 PM. Tune into both, why not?
Multi-Twitch that. Durham played very well in their game against LSE actually in our series, so they are one to watch. That should be a good series, I think, Durham versus Cambridge.
Durham actually nearly swept away the King of the North qualifiers as well. They didn't end up getting it, but they played some very good games.
And so City will next be playing against Queen Mary's.
Okay.
Which should be interesting. I think they have a reasonable chance there. We will find out sometime in the future. But thanks for watching. As Max said, don't forget to follow here and on Max's stream. And yeah, thanks. See you tomorrow at
Thanks for joining us, guys. Bye now.
Doesn't even need to use it, he's just going to go in there. First spirit down, there's the time. Oh! Beautiful! Beautiful dodge!